Good morning, everyone. Welcome back into North Dakota today. Thanks to the recent blockbuster movie Oppenheimer, the historical story of the atomic bomb was everywhere this summer. Humanities North Dakota suggests we go beyond the silver screen and ask more about this historical sites and events. Raffi Andonian, celebrity historian and North Dakota humanities scholar, is joining me to share more. Good morning.
Good morning. What a great time to be here with the topic so relevant, as you pointed out, with the Oppenheimer movie out.
Absolutely. So tell us more about yourself.
So I'm a celebrity historian, as you mentioned, Raffi Andonian. So I have done many TV appearances across the country, talking about local and national history topics as they become relevant through, pop culture and current events. And I've written multiple books on different topics, including one on remembering the atomic bomb and the multiple perspectives around it. And in the process, came up with 4 questions that are, a blueprint for navigating difficult and contested historic sites for us to understand. And that became something we started to apply universally, and we're going to apply also, of course, here in North Dakota.
Absolutely. And this is all pertaining to the Brave Conversation. Do you want to fill us in on what that is?
Yes, the Brave Conversation is a lecture series or an annual lecture that the Humanities North Dakota does by Marilyn Hudson is what the funding was for, providing for the lecture to take place. And the idea of the lecture series that happens each year is to be able to bring people together around a discussion-oriented sort of environment. So you have a topic that could be, like as the title says, brave, these difficult topics. So in my case, we're doing, are your local historic sites worthy? So, this question of, are the historic sites that we kind of have been revisiting in recent years, how do we apply that, right? And this conversation could be a difficult conversation. So the lecture is designed, and the series is designed to create these brave conversations, not just by us, a speaker coming in and telling you something, but to use the humanities as a way to bring people together and facilitate conversation, and hence why it also has a separate discussion section, so facilitated discussion at each table in addition to my lecture, and on top of that, a Q&A. So it's not just a talk and a Q&A, but we have this formalized discussion that is going to be, led by facilitators as well around contested topics that have taken place in the past, but in this case, about historic sites, both national and local.
Absolutely. Well, this sounds like quite the event. Why would you really recommend someone to attend?
Well, think about it this way. One, this question has been a big one for quite some time now. We've visited this issue of monuments and historic sites for years now about, which monuments and sites are we willing to keep and not keep. And I've been disappointed with the sort of polarization around that question. I think it's better to approach this with a sort of mindset of inquiry and trying to integrate many different perspectives. And so one of the reasons you may want to attend is if you're, not happy with polarization on these difficult topics, if you want to have a more complete and multiple angle discussion. That's one reason. The second reason is if you like historic sites. If you like historic sites and monuments, this is a cool talk to attend because that's the topic that we're using to focus on. So maybe you have a local site that you like in your particular community, or maybe you think of things across the state or even nationally. That would be something that you can kind of come here and take something away. And finally, the third thing I would say is I used to work in Los Alamos, where the atomic bomb was created. So now, with the Oppenheimer movie out, and I worked at both the History Museum and the Science Museum, and as I mentioned, one of my books is on the atomic bomb, I think you have an opportunity to wrestle with this topic in a time that, it's relevant right now because the movie is out, So I think that if that's kind of something that's top of mind for you from a pop culture standpoint, the connection between pop culture and history is one we'll talk about also that I find fascinating, interconnected, influencing this. So those are the 3 reasons I think I would attend.
Absolutely. Well, you have me convinced. How can people find out more information about this event and get tickets?
Yes, you go to humanitiesnd.org/Raffi, which is my first name, and you can find the tickets information there to be able to sign up. And so I think that's the best way to go online. And of course, you can check out me if you like. You go to celebrityhistorian.com. There's a bunch of my previous content, so you get to be more familiar with who I am, so you see who you would come speak at the Humanities North Dakota event.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us. It's not every day I get to talk to a celebrity historian, so thank you.
Thank you.